Sometimes, life can become extremely challenging, can't it? Maybe you're facing financial difficulties, overwhelmed with stress and responsibilities, or dealing with emotional suffering. But remember, you are not alone on this journey. Great thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius faced similar problems. They went through moments of sadness, loneliness, suffering, and even feelings of inadequacy. Even Marcus Aurelius, a highly influential figure, went through difficult times, battling anxiety, disappointment, and uncertainty. But did you know that he discovered our beliefs have a huge impact on our well-being? When we focus exclusively on negative aspects and don't develop effective problem-solving skills, life can become even heavier. That's why I want to introduce something that might be useful for you. Today, we will explore 10 Stoic practices that serve as effective tools to combat anxiety, loneliness, and insecurity. Let's learn together the skills needed to overcome these obstacles. The first practice is to be your best friend, not your worst enemy. There is an old anecdote about Diogenes of Alexandria, who used to criticize himself harshly. A friend intervened and reminded him, "Remember, you're not talking to an enemy. Be more compassionate with yourself." This story illustrates how we often become our own biggest critics, falling into a vicious cycle of self-sabotage. Instead, practice kindness towards yourself, being understanding rather than sinking into self-criticism. Self-deprecation and humiliation don't lead to personal growth or moral improvement. On the contrary, they trap us in harmful cycles. The way we talk to ourselves is crucial for progress in life. If we allow ourselves to fall into the trap of self-sabotage, we disconnect from our true selves. Recognizing our inherent humanity is fundamental, and this includes overcoming anxiety. One useful strategy is mindfulness practice, which involves focusing on the present moment and avoiding worries about the future. Breathing techniques or relaxation activities can help achieve mental calm. Always remember that you deserve kindness and compassion, especially from yourself. The second practice is to set aside specific time to take care of your psychological well-being. Seneca teaches us the importance of developing our minds, whether through walks outdoors or the practice of conscious breathing. When we don't take action, we risk emotional exhaustion or excessive stress. What daily activities do you engage in to maintain your mental health? These activities are not just physical exercises. They also offer opportunities to achieve mental tranquility. It's similar to giving your mind a break to calm down, gain control over your thoughts and emotions, even when facing difficulties in trying to master a new physical activity. Physical exercises have a calming and relaxing effect on the mind. Our bodies release chemicals like serotonin and endorphins, which generate feelings of happiness and relaxation. They help relieve anxiety and sadness, leading to a positive emotional state and a desire to continue practicing. In short, motivation for physical activity directly stems from the activity itself. If you're having trouble going to the gym or taking walks, know that this shouldn't stop you from starting your fitness journey. YouTube offers a wide range of free online classes covering topics like meditation, yoga, and bodyweight exercises at home. These activities can help you start your journey. Don't procrastinate or make excuses like, "I'm too busy," or "I'll decide which class to take tomorrow." Procrastination only keeps us away from the desired mental state. As Seneca said, it's necessary to abandon all obstacles and dedicate time to cultivating a healthy mind, because it's impossible when we're caught in distractions. The third practice is to fully accept everything that life brings you. By resisting reality and believing that everything is against us, we inevitably condemn ourselves to suffering. When we try to fight against current circumstances, we end up worsening our discomfort. That's why it's essential not to wish for circumstances to be different from what they are, but to accept them as they are. If this aligns with the natural order, great. The Stoics followed this principle, which is expressed in a similar saying, "Thy will be done." No matter what we call it, God, nature, fate, or any other term, it's crucial to acknowledge the existence of a higher force beyond us and accept that we don't have total control over our surroundings. Stop believing that you are the center of the universe. You are not. An example is the frequently asked question, why do some have innate advantages in life while others struggle just to survive? It's important to recognize that we have no influence over this inequality. Even if you or I were born in disadvantaged conditions, without material and financial privileges, we can still acquire knowledge on how to overcome poverty and achieve our ambitions. True acceptance, also known as humility in Stoic philosophy, means voluntarily accepting the events and circumstances that occur in life. Zeno of Citium illustrates this acceptance using the metaphor of a dog tied to a cart. Imagine we are dogs tied to a moving vehicle. We have a certain degree of freedom because of the length of the rope, but as long as the cart is moving, we have two options: resist and get hurt, or submit and remain unharmed. If we believe we can stop the cart or that it will move indefinitely, we will experience significant suffering. However, by recognizing and accepting reality as it is, we can effectively adapt to the inevitable changes in life and experience less discomfort. As Seneca said, "Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling." Resisting means bearing the burden of life, which leads to suffering. Accepting the truth and focusing on achievable goals is the wisest decision. The fourth practice is to adopt a mindset of gratitude and avoid the constant pursuit of new things. It seems we are always chasing happiness, as if it were a valuable treasure at the end of the rainbow. Imagine you have always sought success, fame, and recognition for your efforts. What feelings do you experience when you achieve these goals? Were your expectations met, or were you a bit disappointed? The fact is, even when we reach our goals, we often feel a lack of true satisfaction. This sense of dissatisfaction can lead to envy, involvement in trivialities, egocentric actions, and most importantly, the development of an inner emptiness. Perhaps you have felt this way before, or know someone who, despite having everything they need, seems unaware of the true meaning of life. The insatiable desire for more and the inability to feel satisfied is different from the active efforts to improve your life. Pursuing goals and wanting to achieve them drives us forward, while constant dissatisfaction makes us live in eternal stress, always seeking greater achievements as if nothing is ever enough. The true value lies within us, and trying to fill this void with external means only prolongs the cycle of dissatisfaction and ultimately does not bring true happiness. The principles of Stoicism show that choosing a modest lifestyle and seeking internal value is preferable. By exercising self-control, we can avoid the mistake of thinking that constant accumulation is necessary for happiness. The fifth practice is to focus on your own path. Seneca speaks about euthymia, which essentially refers to following your unique path in life. To achieve this state of mind, we must stay focused on the present moment and avoid distractions from past events or comparisons with others. This requires self-discipline and strong faith in your own abilities and choices. Achieving this state of peace is impossible if we become obsessed with what others are doing. We live in an era of high connectivity, which can lead us to excessively compare our lives with others. If we avoided spending too much time reading random comments or worrying about celebrity gossip, we could improve our ability to focus on our personal growth without falling into comparisons with others. Each person follows their own unique and exceptional path, and our focus weakens when we start comparing ourselves to others. We often feel pressured when we see someone who has achieved wealth before the age of 30, or when a social media influencer displays a seemingly perfect life, or when another person invests successfully in the financial market. When we feel insecure, it's crucial to remember the wisdom Marcus Aurelius left us in his Meditations. Don't Don't waste the rest of your life thinking about what others are doing or not doing. These distractions only divert your attention from the unwavering defense of your own soul. Understanding and accepting that we follow our unique path, without the need to compete or feel inferior, grants us freedom. The next time you feel the temptation to compare yourself to others, stop and be grateful for your unique journey. The sixth practice is to expand your perspective and enhance your perception. The Stoic wisdom of the Meditations, written by Marcus Aurelius, the ruler of Rome, the greatest power of his time, teaches us to adopt a broader view of life, similar to Plato's methodology, which advocated a perception beyond what is directly around us. Despite his immense power, Marcus Aurelius reflected on the insignificance of his vast empire compared to the vastness of the world. He emphasized the importance of expanding our perspective beyond the present moment and considering the vast history of humanity. This allows us to recognize the repetition of many events. The Bible also conveys this concept by stating that one generation passes and another generation comes, but the earth remains forever. By studying the meditations and texts written over 2 millennia ago, it becomes evident that, despite the passage of time, our fundamental nature remains largely unchanged. Life continues its course, regardless of technological advancements or global events. This realization brings comfort, as it shows that the core aspects of the human experience remain constant. By broadening our perspective, we learn that many of the things we focus on intensely may not be as important as we think. While small details may carry significant meaning, adopting a broader view of life allows us to improve our perception of our own existence and better understand our place in the vast chronicle of the universe. The seventh practice is to remember that all things are temporary, so stay calm. Stoic wisdom asks us, how many likes, comments, or views did your post, story, or video get? When we seek social status, we often sacrifice our ability to control our own lives. As a result, we fall into the trap of having to act strategically to gain others' approval. We may even avoid certain actions to escape judgment or disapproval. However, by seeking external validation, we find ourselves trapped in an endless search for approval. There is a saying that highlights the temporary nature of fame and reputation, stating, "Nothing is more fleeting than glory that doesn't come from a good action." Many people believe that achieving fame or recognition gives us a kind of immortality. However, this statement is false. Over time, everyone meets the same end, no matter who they are. Stoic philosophy teaches that all things are impermanent. Stoics believe that the true essence of value lies in a person's moral character, the quality of their actions, and their attention to aspects under their control. It's important to distinguish between external achievements and qualities that truly matter, such as integrity, confidence, self-control, forgiveness, perseverance, courage, and reason. The most important thing is to strive to reach our highest potential. The eighth practice is to face difficulties head-on. According to Seneca, people who have never faced obstacles are the most frustrated because they've never had the chance to test their abilities. When we encounter challenges or when circumstances don't meet our expectations, we should see these moments as opportunities to demonstrate and develop our virtuous qualities. The Stoics believed that difficulties offer us a chance to perfect our skills and show our true strength. Naturally, we prefer things to go according to our plans, with minimal effort. But life rarely follows that path. If we insist on a linear path without facing obstacles, we may find ourselves unprepared for the adversities that will come. In the future, reflect on your desired response. Do you see this as an opportunity to gain knowledge and strengthen your skills? Or do you give in to frustration and use it as an excuse to give up? Difficulties may persist, but by viewing them as opportunities for learning and overcoming, we gain the strength to face them with greater resilience. The ninth practice is to recognize that each day is a new opportunity. In sales, it's common to say that a salesperson doesn't carry their past experiences with them. This statement aligns closely with Stoic teachings, which emphasize the importance of approaching each day with a renewed perspective. Every month, a salesperson is given a new target to reach, regardless of their previous performance. They must start fresh, just as nature does when roses bloom in spring and fruits ripen in summer. Each season of the year marks the repetition of this cycle. Sometimes we feel depressed, anxious, angry, or are haunted by unpleasant thoughts, as if we're stuck in a repetitive situation. But Stoic teachings remain relevant. It's tempting to believe that our experiences are unique and insurmountable, but the reality is that we're not as exceptional as we think. The impact of our experiences is not as significant as we imagine. Adopting this perspective can help us develop a lighter attitude, freeing ourselves from the burden of the past and seeing each day as a new chance for growth. Just as the salesperson must constantly meet their monthly quota, it's important for us to actively participate and start each day anew. Each new day represents an opportunity to take pride in who we are. The 10th practice is to look beyond emotions. Sometimes we are overwhelmed by emotions that distort our view of reality, causing anxiety or depression. For example, when a message isn't answered immediately, we often feel ignored, when in fact the person may just be busy with other obligations. Think about how often our emotions lead us to misinterpret a situation, causing us to exaggerate small problems. The Stoics promote an objective perspective, emphasizing the need to focus on factual information and avoid letting emotions distort our perception. Visualize your emotions as a thermostat that increases the temperature of simple events. For example, an unanswered message quickly becomes a significant source of tension in our minds, when in reality it may just be a neutral circumstance. Stoic philosophy highlights the importance of observing events objectively, without the interference of emotional biases that can distort our understanding. By adopting this view, we improve our cognitive clarity and avoid overreacting to obstacles. The next time you encounter a challenge, try to approach it with an objective perspective. I hope you choose one of these practices presented in the video and start applying it this week. Remember that your actions are the true reflection of what you've learned. The influence of your actions speaks more about your character than any philosophical belief or teaching you may uphold. Everyone faces obstacles and difficult emotions. By finishing this video, you demonstrate your willingness to explore strategies that will help you achieve your goals. As Seneca said, life is too short to be insignificant. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and comment, "I will overcome anxiety," or Stoic wisdom below. See you in the next video.